Hello and welcome to the Knights of the Smith dinner table actual play video of our Torg Eternity campaign, Knights of the Storm. When last we left our valiant heroes, our salient Storm Knights, and Joe, the group had rescued Spencer after fighting off a bunch of wasp riders and rode the baskets up the cliffside, fending off not only the wasp riders but also the queen wasp, all without managing to do it without killing any of them.
Any of the riders, right?
Any of the riders, and the wasps even survived. They were able to do a controlled flight down, just not up. And we will pick up right there as we go into Act 3. Also known as Challenge of the Leopard Warrior. Once you guys get a relative good distance from the canyon with the Leopard Warriors who pulled you up, as well as Spencer. Uh-oh. I'm being handed a second Cosm card already. Actually, this one won't work here.
Okay. You can save it for the future, though.
Okay.
It's going to be played, so whenever it can slide in.
So I've got two Cosm cards that are sitting there waiting already. Anyway, after you guys get what the Leopard Warriors think is a safe distance away, they call for a break. And at this point, Spencer looks like he's a little more with it. And he says, "Thank you. Thank you, friends. I don't know what I would have done without you and Prince." Yes. I completely lost his name.
Prince Kazar.
Oh, like Shere Khan.
Prince Shakan. So tell me, what brings you here to the land below?
We're chasing some of our people that got snatched on Earth.
Did the Wasp Riders take them?
No, lizard folk. Dinos?
Ah, the
they're called.
Adinos.
I've been calling them slee stacks.
One Quincy name was an N name.
But also, I think your kids have been snatched as well.
Oh, this is the dad?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, right, by the evil snake.
You've Serpentors?
Yeah.
Serpent people?
Yes, that was the name.
That's good. Well, not good, but better than Darooni or most anything else down here. Serpentors are slavers. And they're selling slaves to the Pyrian Fire Tamers. That's the most powerful and advanced civilization here in the land below. The Pyrians are building some sort of machine to harness Tanta Kalar, the volcano that you've undoubtedly seen in the distance. They need slaves for that. Lots and lots of slaves. If Leopard Warriors and Darooni would stop fighting long enough, they could unite and, well, now they can, I guess, since Prince Shakan seems to have taken Mila's hand. Anyway, the Pyrians will keep Wes and Kathy alive, for a while at least. And it just so happens that if you were looking for the way out of here, you need something from the Pyrians as well. It's called a spark. It's a crystal full of some kind of energy, kind of like a very powerful battery. The device that will get you out of the land below uses them for power, so we'll need a half dozen or so anyway. So, how about this? You help me rescue my son and daughter, we'll get your crystals in the process, and then head to the device that gets you back to the surface, probably back to the same place that your Adinos. Yes?
Sounds like a plan.
All right. He and the Leopard Warriors then lead you guys along the trails of the jungle back into the land of the leopard warriors. They stop at several camps along the way. And Spencer is pretty fluently speaking the language of the leopard warriors. And he tells you that he's relating what happened back to the tribes. Along the way, they provide you food, water, and healing as much as possible.
I don't think anybody got hurt.
No, I don't think anybody did.
I mean, Joe's character died, but we didn't want to tell him that till right now. Surprise!
By the wasp. A bit early.
Ah, the Cheryl.
I'm learning.
I like him a little bit better.
The character was beaten to death by the Steelers.
Along the way,
A little bit.
the tribes of leopard warriors that you meet are really primitive compared to the land above, but clever and actually pretty warm in their own way. Many have wounds suffered in the constant war with the Darooni, missing limbs, deep puncture wounds, even lingering paralysis from numerous wasp stings. And you begin to understand just how important Prince Shakan's plan was to his people. A few days later, as you visit what Spencer says is the last village along your way to the volcano, you hear a buzzing sound from the sky.
We have a little PTSD going on.
Yeah, and you see the leopard warriors all grab their weapons and gather in groups,
And I
kind
don't
of
mean
back
that
to back.
offensively, I just like ready to.
Yeah. A dozen wasp riders suddenly crash through the trees. Several look familiar and still bear the wounds that you guys gave them. And as the leopard warriors rush to attack, Prince Shakan steps down off one of the wasps and holds up his hands to halt.
And Shakan!
He and his new bride, Mila,
She
step
went through with it.
towards the warriors. He says, "Hold, my warriors! The war with the Darooni is over." And then he continues on in his own language. After greeting the members of his tribe, he wanders around talking to various members.
Midas!
Midas is back going after the cat food again. Prince Shakan, after he's done with his people, then approaches you guys and Spencer as friends. I am sorry for misleading you at the Darooni choosing ceremony, though I would do it again if needed. It was absolutely necessary to save the lives of my people. Spencer shrugs, embraces Shakan, and says, "Well, we're all here now, except Wes and Kathy. The Pyrians have them, Shakan. These brave folks are going with me to save them, and we've got to get started right away." Shakan then says, "Well then,
He offers the help of the.
let us assist." And you see
that? I
Mila
supplanted
steps,
that in his brain.
Mila steps forward and speaks in solid English and says, "Have any of you ever ridden a giant wasp?"
No, but I'm hoping today's going to change that.
"Indeed." So Spencer directs Prince Shakan towards the edge of the jungle and starts talking to him as each of you are harnessed by leather straps to a wasp rider. Once again, some of them the very warriors who attempted to kill you just a few days earlier. Prince Shakan's bold move has made a massive change between the two people, though. And perhaps the land below will prove an ally in the fight against Babu Khan. Once you're harnessed in, the wasp suddenly leaps into the air, flying high over the sprawling green jungle below. On a whim, Mila signals her warriors and they detour. straight up towards the sun that hovers above Maritika. Though you are still over 100 kilometers away, you feel no heat, just a growing and overwhelming sense of elation. At first, the feeling fills you with joy so great that some of you begin to cry. Then it becomes overwhelming. You can almost feel your soul burning in the radiance of the spiritual entity that is known as Helipes. The wasp riders finally stop their ascent, tears streaming down their own faces. They stall their wasps, flip upside down, and spread their arms in exultation at the momentarily weightlessness. Then the wasp releases you and your accompanying warrior. You feel your stomach turn as you begin to fall. And then once again are caught up in the wasp's embrace. It follows the momentum and plunges rapidly back towards Maritika. Your rider speaks in your ear. That is how we wasp riders touch the face of Helipes. We call this the dreadful joy. The wasps continue on over the jungle, across a savanna, and onto a great swamp at the edge of the Pyrian foothills. Spencer waves Mila and Shakan down, and the exhausted wasps eagerly lower you guys. Spencer then says, "We'll have to go on foot from here. We need giant turtle shells. That will make us too heavy for the wasps, I imagine." Mila nods, and then Shakan adds, "We must return anyway. Not all of our people have accepted our truce. Good luck, my friends. We will return if we can."
Why do we need turtle shells?
Let's go find them, and then you'll understand. Spencer starts leading you into the swamp. Massive.
Is it like dry land we're walking in?
You started out at the edge of a savanna in the swamp. That's where the wasp sets you down. Wasps set you down. And then Spencer starts leading you into the swamp. I mean, the Never-Ending Story was only 30 years ago.
I just said this to my wife.
And if you don't know what the Never-Ending Story is, I'm sorry, I appreciate your part.
Oh.
It's on Netflix.
Couple pots I touched to my wife.
That is awesome.
No, I meant like, are we actually walking in water?
No.
They're like a path. Or...
Yep. You're on the rim side of the swamp. You see massive cypress-like trees covering the steaming waters. As you get close to the water, it starts to feel spa-like.
Here you go, Mike. You get to see this.
He can't see that camera.
Oh, can't see that.
He can see my camera, but he can't see that camera.
Bummer.
For some reason, if I share the extra camera so he can see it, it takes up my whole second screen.
Oh well.
I guess I need a fourth monitor. Hey, Mike, I'm getting that stare.
I figured you would be.
Like, maybe when we
I heard yes when we move.
Agreed.
depends what we find. I found lots of bedrooms, one bath.
Like my wife.
I thought we were buying a hotel so that way we could run it and then we could just live in the hotel.
Hotel rooms aren't that big.
You could knock out a wall between two of them.
Heck, you could turn the top floor into just this lavish.
I forgot about that. I did. I graduated with a master's degree.
She got me my first tattoo because I graduated medics. All right.
Do what you wanted.
did.
And we didn't know Will.
We did not know Will at that time, which I'm sad about. I would have had Will do it. All right, as you guys enter the swamp, the temperature immediately just skyrockets in here. It goes from nice warm savanna to right around 100 degrees Fahrenheit, or for those of us who like civilized numbers, 37 degrees Celsius.
Or negative 200 and everyone's 30.
If she gets this wrong, feel free to correct her in the comments.
I don't remember. I'm gonna say 36. I don't think that's the right number, but Kelvin.
Kelvin is never negative.
Then it's added. No, I thought it was so many degrees less than.
Because Kelvin's 0, Kelvin's absolute 0.
Right. So 270.
You guys had to correct her. I was going to let the commenters just have a field day and show them.
I thought it was. Is it add 270?
273 Celsius.
She's a math teacher, not a science teacher.
I was taking a question today about Kelvin, and that's.
Anyway,
Kelvin is about.
as you guys are looking about, scattered about the surface of the water in the swamp, you see what appear to be like round yellow rocks. Spencer carefully steps into the muck and he looks back and says, "Careful, water's a little hot here." Turns one over and says, "Turtle shells," and it's about the size of a shield.
Is there a turtle in it?
And, well, he says, well, be careful because you don't want to grab a live one. They do bite. Everybody who wants one of these, go ahead and grab one. We can use these shells as shields against their flame weapons. Well, you know, the Pyrians aren't called fire tamers for nothing. And these turtle shells will help protect us against their flame weapons if we get in a fight. So who wants to find themselves a turtle shell turn into a shield?
How can you tell a dead one from a live one?
Pick it up.
If it bites.
If bites you, it's a live one. Got it. All right.
All right. Everybody who wishes to find one, make a find tool.
What is the purpose of the shell? I mean, I know we're using it as a shield.
If-
I understand that part.
It protects you against fire.
Find defaults to what?
Is fire something we are going to?
They're called the Pyrian Fire Tamers.
Find defaults to find.
Yes.
What's our number?
Base is 10.
All right, I got it. Exactly.
What happens if
Still roll 20s, right?
And if you want strongly below 10,
yeah?
I find a live one.
I mean, do I find one still or
What'd you get?
a 9?
What did you roll?
An 8.
Okay. You don't find an intact shell. You find a shell.
12.
12. You find a shell. With both of you had base success. 16. You have a good success. And Buck.
Buck got a 14.
14. All right. Everybody who succeeded with a standard success, your shell will provide +5 armor against fire.
But let me have a.
You have a second chance?
Ooh, I do have a no, I have a second win. Oh, I'll add my will. I'll toss my willpower though and bump mine to a 17.
Okay. That makes it a good success. All right, so card trading happening. She's going to play a second chance.
Yeah, unless.
What'd you get?
Lower.
Lower? All right. So you don't find an intact shell.
Did anyone find a second intact shell?
Nope. The two of you who got good successes, the shell provides +10 protection against fire. And as you guys are working this out, and you've got your shells and you're getting ready, Scarlet, you were kind of distracted while you were looking for shells because you kept seeing, like, a little far out in the distance, you thought you saw some bubbles heading towards you. Like bubbles popping up on the top of the water. And then when you looked again, they looked like they were close. At first you thought maybe it was a trick of your mind.
Can I do mind sense?
Yeah.
Would this be a bad time to play What Was That Sound?
Well, it failed.
All right.
Or is this already an encounter?
This is a new encounter.
Okay.
All right. So the bubbles are fairly close to you.
Can I point out to somebody else?
Yeah. You can shout out, hey, there's some bubbles over there. All right. Let me get this map loaded. This one takes a moment because there's lots of animation going on because I like my animation.
So I might be picking his brain here.
Okay.
My eldest decides maybe switching from see. He's like, I don't think it's high. He said, look, Dad, this see on Amazon for $400. I'm like, just stop right there.
Yeah.
I said that machine will be obsolete for what you wanted by the time it arrives on your doorstep.
Yeah.
Like, if you want a gaming rig, he needs, I mean, unless it's changed since I was here, he needs integrated video cards, not integrated video cards.
That is correct.
So it's like you want to make sure you don't want the motherboard to be the graphics card. You want a fan for your graphics card.
Yeah, you don't necessarily need a separate
And
fan.
for the same price, I bet I could probably get a couple of guys that we put together. For probably the same price, if not a little bit cheaper. That'll last you probably 5 years. When I used to build them, I built a PC. I wouldn't have to make any major upgrades. Years. So then it became obsolete. Like Minecraft.
All right. There we are. So, Scarlet, you're down here. Right there. The bubbles that you currently see
Lots of bubbles.
look like your normal, like, methane gas bubbles. The other bubbles that you're seeing are much larger, and they're like right in this area and this area, right up here.
Does it seem like it's a thing under the water, or
They're moving. They're not repeating in the same spot.
is it fast like that moving?
Yes. And you said you're gonna say something?
Yeah. Who's closest?
Right now it is
It's a good thing I didn't find the turtle shell.
Samuel.
Samuel. Water.
As you
See the
say
bubbles?
that, Spencer looks up.
Spencer.
I thought you were Sam Walker.
That's the
No,
other game.
wrong character.
This is John Henry.
John Henry.
The one who isn't the chauvinist, as far as we know.
Right, he's the non-chauvinist kid. He's the murderer. The guy who thinks he's a murderer. because he took care of those two guys in the plane.
I think there's some gas coming up from here that like got to my brain. Forgot your name. I don't know.
So I had thoughts about naming all my characters since they're so close together, the same. Every one of these costumes is the same guy.
All right, so as you say that, Spencer looks up over towards where you're pointing, And then he starts shouting, Hermit Crom, run! But before you guys can do anything, these three gigantic lizards that let me bring up the nice description. It
With their total fat heads.
it is a massive
Scrawny tails.
crocodile-like creature. Each of the three of them are. And big gaping maw, has kind of like Dionysus's fringe along its back, reddish in color, and definitely look hungry. So with that, we're going to go to the initiative card, which is going to be, oh, that is the wrong. All right, first initiative card. Seen as standard. Shattered Blades. Any weapon used this round gains a malfunction range of 1 to 4 and breaks on a malfunction. Heroes go first with a flurry. Villains go second. Approved actions are taunt. So, who wishes to go first?
I do.
What are you going to do?
I don't know. What do you do? Okay, buffers.
I mean, I was gonna debuff.
I'll debuff.
Alright, I can finally catch what? One of them in a large burst?
Large burst?
Sorry, large blast.
There's a large blast.
Alright, so it has to be centered on one of them. No, looks like I can get them.
Yep, covers the center hex.
Alright, we are going to cast Fear on that one.
All right.
What's their willpower or spirit?
Their spirit is 3.
3. Alright, they are very slimy to get +2 shot.
All right.
You said it that good, I was surprised over that one. No.
All right. Who's next?
And then I'm actually going back away from the shore a little bit too. TP. Okay.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I forgot to grab the table tent.
That's it.
All right. Who wants to go next?
Well, I was going to, but do you want anyone else to go first?
I'm trying to do what's his rank, so my weapon can break.
I would like to pyrokinesis.
Multi-target.
That would be a -4.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. And their dodge is 8.
So that's all I have to eat. I have to get a 12.
Yep.
I rolled a 12.
That's +0.
I got a 13.
All right.
And that's 14 fire damage.
Do we know she does the fire damage now or not? If it will the next.
The fire rolls over them and doesn't seem to affect them.
What? That's like the only thing I can do.
They're shelled, if they're like the turtles, they're going to be immune. If they're in boiling water, they probably have some kind of heat immunity.
or they're in boiling water.
It didn't affect them at all.
No. You created lots of steam, though.
Maybe I'll just boil all the water off of them.
Can you selective targeting? Can you like target me in their belly?
You'd have to be able to see it to target it.
Wait for it to open, smash
All
it around
right.
until it's
Who's
ready
next?
for it.
We have 3 people left.
Alright, well, I'll try casting a bullet at one of them.
The one closest to you?
Sure, application die is plus 6, therefore 20 in total.
20 in total? That is going to be an outstanding success.
Okay.
Oh, I should have used this instead of that other one.
Snake
What if I
eyes,
was
of
turtle
course.
So what's your total?
Base is 13. Equivalent 50.
All right. That is enough to add 2 more shock to that.
Hey, at least yours did something.
Who'll be next? 2 left, Buck
You wanna
and
go, or
John.
I'll go.
Henry.
Let's go ahead and pull a long burst into all 3 of them.
Okay. Yep, they're all close enough together.
Yep. So +4, -4. So flat up roll.
And increase that malfunction range.
Oh, I see it.
Well, you need to
Nice.
add more to it because of the that long burst.
Oh, I'm aware. Thankfully, I rolled an 18 on the die. So that is going to be a 14.
14 is good enough for 1 bonus die.
Okay. 6. And then a 4, so 10. That'll be 23 damage to each of them.
How much?
23.
20.
My dice like him.
Well, Chris sat there on Saturday night, so.
Chris always sits.
In one of those 2 seats.
Yep.
Cheryl was rolling terrible.
All
Chris
right.
always sits over there.
Yeah.
You and Danny were there.
No, you should. Anyway. They would balance it out.
I had this side all to myself.
All right. All of them look pretty bad off. This one looks really, or sorry, I highlighted it on my screen, but not on your guys' screen. This one looks really bad off. All right. That brings us down to John. I know what I forgot there.
try and just shoot him.
There you go.
Yep. Darn that.
What?
That's what I'm gonna try and hit. That's what I'm gonna try and shoot him with electric shells. Um,
Okay.
yeah, I'm not gonna go. Especially with the way my dice are rolling tonight. Um, 14.
14 is going to be good enough for one bonus die.
Electric is +4 when for water stuff. I don't know how that comes. It's 22, and then I don't know how that +4 factors damage or
Yeah, that's into
26 then.
All right, that one is quite dead. All right.
What's a flurry?
You guys get to go again. Who wishes to go first on your flurry action?
Well, I guess I will fear. Which one's dead? One's dead.
One is dead.
All right, I will cast fear on 3. It's another 17 versus their 3. So still very silent and +2 more shock.
Yep.
I am going to go next. And I'm going to cast awareness,
Okay.
which is everyone gets a +1 to improve your physical defenses. And it's a 10-meter radius. That's 10 hexes, right?
Yep. 10 hexes from you.
I think that's everybody.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep. Buck is just inside.
I have a 16, so everyone actually has a +2. And that works as long as I'm.
Again. 7 on the die. This is the highest roll of spells. That is a total of 18 to hit.
18 is a hit with 2 bonus dice.
All right. Don't 6 and 3. 8 plus 1 is 9. So a total of 21 on the front.
And he goes down. All right. That brings us to which Buck or
There's just one up.
just one is left.
All right. Well, then I'm going to taunt it and shoot it.
All right.
So -2 here.
I'm assuming you put a coup de grace into your pool.
I did put coup de grace into my pool. No sense in putting flurry in the pool with the flurry. All right, that is going to be a 12 to hit with the gun and an 11 to taunt the creature.
It's taunt. That is just a basic success.
So I'll spin my coup de grace.
Yeah, I got it.
And that'll be 18 damage to it.
And that is enough to finish it off.
You drew an idea, right?
I drew idea. Thank you.
And as their bodies slip back into the water, you guys managed to do it in one round.
I think we should get a hero point for that.
You absolutely can have a hero point,
Thanks.
Sweet action.
but not a possibility.
Probability?
Nope.
Not even a probability. Man, that's...
He's mean.
Well, hero points you can roll a die over.
Yeah, but not in the system.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's why.
That's what you think.
It's because I'm the game master.
Well, I'm gonna hang on to my hero point until Saturday.
You can cash it in for a green chip.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's Deadlands this Saturday.
I didn't say which Saturday I was gonna hold it over till. Which
All right.
may or may not be happening, right?
need to get down.
Yeah.
You need to go down.
Well, no, we'll still play Saturday night. We just might start it when I get home because I may be working Saturday. Yeah. Depends on my wonderful coworker Emily, whether or not she's willing, if her fiance will let her trade.
Are we playing the holiday?
We'll discuss it after we're done recording.
For another one of those turtle shells. That is a basic vessel.
Okay. You find another one that gives +5. And that means you guys have spent about an hour.
Did you find 2 turtle shells?
He decided to start hunting for another one.
They gave it.
You can only hunt for another.
Aw, thanks. I bet you I don't find one. I'll hunt for it.
All right. So
Nope. Oh, wait, that's a 6. Can I glue my pieces together?
With one.
Turtle blood? Turtle guts? Turtle power!
I knew that was coming. All right. So Spencer then shows you guys how to fashion the turtle shells into shields. Each of these shields act as a medium shield. They add 1 extra fatigue because they are very heavy. And then they add the armor that I told you about.
Well, I wasn't listening before because
+5 versus fire. And a medium shield.
I won't steal it.
Bring up the 4 rules. So a medium shield gives you a +2 bonus onto dodge or melee weapons, depending on what type of attack it is.
Where do I rate all this stuff? That's
Under equipment.
goes in equipment, not armor.
It would go in equipment, yes, because it adds to your defense, not to your toughness.
Okay, so I wrote turtle shell. What's the axiom?
7.
That means you don't have to be very skilled.
No, it just means it's not very high tech.
And you said it adds 5 fire.
+5 versus fire, +2 to dodge or melee weapon for defense.
Melee.
And it is fatigue +1.
What does that mean?
That means if the fatigue result comes up on the line on the initiative card, instead of taking 2, you'll take 3. Oh, as long as you're carrying it, because it's heavy.
Can I set it down?
That's not too
Yeah,
bad,
you
though.
could drop it if you don't want to use it.
It's slide that kind of element too.
I thought we were gonna go boating in it. Actually,
All right.
giant.
So once you guys have your shields made, Spencer then begins.
What person can fit on it? Sitting crisscross applesauce. I mean, turtles float.
Turtles do float.
Don't they float? I'm not making this up. Like, just kind of like.
Yeah, they felt there.
See how much fun it is.
Who invited this person to join our group?
Blame his wife.
Oh, and his wife asked me.
Yeah.
So it's
your fault.
your fault.
That was the most random message I think I've ever gotten on Facebook.
I'm not gonna lie. I was surprised that she didn't message me.
She asked the boss.
We have an equal partnership.
How did you convince me of that, Cheryl?
All right. So as you get on your way, Spencer starts talking. He says, "Okay, folks, time for a lesson. I used to be a professor, so please pardon the lecture. The Pyrian Fire Tamers. Think ancient Rome. They're draconian and efficient. They
Hold
worship
up,
the
they're
volcano,
dragons?
which is called sorry?
When he said draconian, Buck's interrupting. Hold up, they're dragons?
No.
Oh. Carry on then.
So, as I was saying, they worship the volcano.
Before he was so rudely interrupted.
Indeed.
Oh, I
Uh-oh.
see steps.
You do see steps, but those are always on this map.
We don't
So
always see 'em.
they worship the volcano, which is called Tanta Kalar. But they call the god itself Karuk, at least when things are good. If it's erupting or causing problems, it becomes Darak. When that happens, they chuck captives into it until it becomes Karuk again. Karuk good, Darak bad. Got it?
Got it.
Good. The volcano is everything. Their slaves constantly build walls to channel and protect against the lava flow, and build new buildings for the city and homes for the upper castes. Yes.
How often does it erupt?
It's not very predictable, unfortunately. They claim that it's a god. With the state of reality these days, I can't argue that.
Is it a weekly, daily? Does it go
Sometimes
50
daily,
years?
sometimes monthly, sometimes weekly.
How
It seems to have its own whims.
So it's a pretty active.
Yes. The
I raised my
sparks.
hand.
I was just thinking about a cycle. It has an irregular cycle.
Must be female.
They're the one that said that.
So the sparks that you need to open the Ohibi portal are created through some kind of spiritual process. They're used by certain high-ranking guards, usually found at the temple on top of the volcano. And that's where we'll have to go. Now, out here in the boonies or the farms, the volcanic soil is rich, so the crops grow fast. The merchants haul the goods from out here into the inner cities, and the Pyrian military is used to gather the slaves themselves, but recently they started using the Serpentor, the same people who took Kathy and Wes. Seems to me we have three ways to get up to the volcano. We can take advantage of the produce caravans, slip in with some of the slavers somehow, or try our hand at sneaking past everyone. I don't recommend the latter, but you folks are the heroes, so I'll follow your lead. At least until I figure out where my kids are, and then, honestly, that's going to be my only priority. You guys have 2 days of travel ahead of you. Or what you guys understand as days.
Sleep cycles?
2 sleep cycles.
Sun's still not. Has it moved at all?
No.
So is there a rotation?
No.
I think glowing gas ball in the sky. They're all risky. At least they're going to play.
Could just sneak by Hi, everybody.
Do you speak these Pyrian language?
Yes.
You know the layout.
Stepping away for one moment to tuck the kid in.
Hey, kid.
Okay.
We're studying a course of action. I'm gonna kind of crack my fingers and do like this whole wavy thing,
Mm-hmm.
and we're gonna catch the skies. All right. As long as I concentrate, you look like Shadani. The only thing that off is still sound like you. Might be a way we might be able to get past. A couple sprinters, look at them. Guys, us all.
People in these guys.
One for about a bullet.
You guys the professor, right? And he has us actually the estate culture.
That could work, and that would make it so I could just concentrate on him and keep this guy's going. No, you still get the action on right now.
Use your illusion. Two. Use your illusion. My wife does not get cultural references.
Sorry, if they've watched any episode, like, they should
Our
know.
fans know this. And we do actually have fans. I'm still a little shocked.
Jeez.
I'm sorry.
Well, we've got one up there, but other than that,
Yeah,
No,
one over
Right,
there.
too.
we
Two in the
are
bedroom.
we are 10 people away from reaching 300 subscribers. So if any of you out there know somebody who would like our stuff, recommend us to them. Help us push up to well, you guys don't really count.
But it would get the number up.
It would get the number up, but that's cheating.
Once we get to a certain point, we could make something
A
for our
thousand,
fans.
1,000 subscribers gets us monetization, which
Yeah.
means we would get paid for this stuff by YouTube.
If they change your qualifications again. Because now it's based on a year cycle now too.
Mm-hmm.
So if you fall out of that grace for over a year, you're out. You got to re-earn it.
All right.
I'm just saying.
Well, you gotta have consistent hours of watch time too.
Yeah.
How'd our travel go?
So, did you hear him recommend the 3 different paths that you guys could take?
right.
I did not.
Going in as a slave.
He recommends that you can either take advantage of the produce caravans, slip in with the slavers somehow, or try your hand at sneaking past everybody. However, he does not recommend that.
Well,
And he
then-
does speak Sequencer.
No, he speaks Pyrian.
Not speak Pyrian.
Mhm.
That's what we're going for.
But you have no idea what a Pyrian looks like.
Yep. So I have to find out what one of them looks like before I can use these guys. Because surprise, Black Shakan's here. Say hi, Shakan. I'm not talking for some reason.
John just waved. You couldn't see that though.
Are we doing weekend at Burnies?
No, Scarlet's missing, but Shakan is here.
Wait, hold on. That's the name of the episode since we're going against fire throwers. Weekend at Burnies, but Burnies.
No.
I love it. There it is, the title of this episode.
But yeah, let's sneak one.
All right, so we got 2 folks voting for sneak. What about the rest of you?
I meant like one of the options that he didn't hate. Not actually like try to sneak in. It's hard to sneak Millie around.
One of the pros is
Yep.
when he's going in as a prisoner, it's just
I don't know what you think, Shakan.
Shakan gave a thumbs up. Fuck.
So we usually decide, when
Yeah, I definitely think guys would help aid the illusion getting in.
that would require us. What it
Yep. Yep. I need to either see one, or a high quality photo, or painting of one.
don't think we're gonna get the last.
but if we at the farm, these guys see Professor Farmer,
Yeah, he said he speaks Pyrian.
We don't know if the Pyrians are farmers or not, though. We don't know if they're farmers at this point.
I mean,
So we have 2 days.
I'll look to the dude. Can you speak to the farmers?
And he said, now out here in the boonies are the farms. The volcanic soil is rich, so the plants grow quick.
But did he say the farmers were that race, though?
Yeah, they're the Pyrian farmers.
Is that? Okay. Guys, him, we can maybe
then we hide
kill
and
the
seek
farmer
in
and
card of
steal the truck.
Necessarily have to kill the farmer.
We have to incapacitate everybody on the farm. So they could not raise the alarm.
Why can't you just speak up?
I always just pay him off too.
I come from a very trusted place, I see.
Quite the opposite.
Leave someone take money and not open their mouth for a better payoff. Personally,
I look at the dad again. Are the farmers warriors or?
No. Only the warrior caste are warriors.
And is there warrior caste at the farms typically?
Not typically, no.
And are the
And I
farmers?
would really rather we not kill or hurt the innocent farmers. They have nothing to do with what the priestesses, priests, and the warrior caste.
Well, see, then they might want to help us, right?
So we just go up, we tell them our sad story about this is the dad who's ordered
I said they are fighters. I didn't say they weren't loyal.
just trying to be kids back and don't really want to hurt anybody. And
Slavery is an accepted
For
caste.
some reason, Shakan is sounding very emotional and like Scarlet.
but if another Pyrian farmer buys a cart off a farm in exchange for some turtle shells.
Yes, you could try and convince them to part with their cart.
I'm so confused. What are we trying to do now? Trying
We're-
to get the kids back. But
We're
why are
trying
we-
to stealth into the volcano.
I'm trying to make a mountain.
But subtlety is lost on certain members of this group. So here's the plan. We go up, we get the cart, and we go do this. If they try to stop us, then we put them down peacefully as possible.
I can tell if you
You're going to throw them with your mind?
fire can be them.
Burn.
So you're going to light them on fire?
Yeah.
Wait a second. These are fire worshippers.
They might like it then.
Are they humans?
They appear to be human,
Wait.
but they're definitely humanoid.
So can
Just like the leopard warriors and the
I'll do
Lost
whatever you
Riders.
guys want.
can we use our fiery friend here to pose as some sort of like higher up to coerce their cart from them? Because she could literally summon fire with her mind.
But does not speak sign.
Yeah, she doesn't speak the language.
But why would a priest talk to a lowly farmer when we could have somebody who does speak the language speak on behalf of the priestess?
Unfortunately, the priestesses like to get their hands dirty.
Oh, well, then what would be the slaver option?
We get captured by the Serpentors.
Yeah, no, that doesn't work for Buckmasters. So let's go get us a cart.
Right for time.
All right.
Okay, so I guess along the way I'll look for things that might be valuable to art.
Yeah, once we start our trek, I would drop the concentration on you guys.
Okay. All right.
So Scarlet's back.
Scarlet is back and Shakan is gone.
I guess would that be find your survival?
We'll say fine.
I got a 10.
You find some plants and stuff that you think a farmer might be interested in. So as you guys are going and you're following the road, where did Cheryl go? Did she go to the bathroom? Probably. Nope, I think she went to our room. There she is. As you guys are following the road looking for a farm, off of a side road, up ahead, you guys see what appears to be a large cart pulled by a pair of those creatures that you fought inside the swamp.
The alligators?
Yep. With only one guy on it. And it looks like it is loaded down with fruits and vegetables. Like, not like put in baskets or anything, but like they just threw them in. And you're looking at things like tomatoes that are like this big. Just to give you an idea of the size of the produce that this guy is carrying.
Do they look green?
Yes, they're harnessed and everything.
I have a good look on this farmer. Like,
Mhm.
Can I make out like details and features?
Yeah. And he's very pale, ash covered, like soot falling from the sky type of ash, probably from living close to a volcano. And looks human, but there's a few features that you wouldn't normally see in human. Like as you guys get closer to him, he glances over and looks kind of surprised. His irises are orange.
Yeah, we can't really fake that.
And he says something in a very guttural language that none of you understand. And Spencer looks up at him and he responds and he says, what are we going to do?
What does he want?
He's asking what we're doing here in the lands of the Pyrians.
I'm gonna, walk up. Smile at him, looking very non-threatening. And then if he lets me get close enough, I'm just gonna grab him and pull him off of the wagon.
Make a trick test. This is going to be against his trick.
Well, considering what I just rolled was a 9, I'm gonna spend a possibility. That's better. So 27. So that is a 16.
That's enough for a good success. And you catch him off guard and go ahead and make that unarmed combat check.
That would be a 19.
19. You have him pretty well pinned. And Spencer's looking at you like, okay, what do we do now?
One of us drives the wagon, everybody else gets under the fruit and veg.
What are you going to do with that guy?
I'm gonna knock him out.
All right, make an unarmed combat check.
That one is a 13.
What's your strength?
Strength is 7.
All right. It takes you a few good poundings on him to knock him out, but eventually he goes unconscious.
He'll be asleep for a bit.
You gonna leave him here, or
I mean, why would we bring him with us?
We'll leave them with a really good firm off the road somewhere. I don't know.
I'm gonna try to get a good look over him, and then we're gonna keep casting disguise on Spencer until we get the good one, then get the voice as well.
Charlotte?
On Spencer.
Oh. Not me then?
Oh, yeah, you get away from that kid you got in the back room.
With 10. 14.
Yeah, I guess Hellfire Survival Kit would have it.
18. Alright, so. Move it to concentration. Then we will drop it. Cast again. That's +4, that's 21, that's good enough. So he looks exactly and sounds exactly like the guy.
okay.
As long as I'm concentrating.
How long can you sustain that?
Concentration.
Okay. Because you guys still have a whole other day of travel.
Oh, I thought we were much closer than we were.
That's okay. I can always just cast it again from memory.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna leave this dude out in the middle of nowhere. So we're gonna tie him up, gag him, and stuff him under the produce with the ones that are gonna be hiding once we
Okay.
get to where we're going.
All right. After another day of travel, you arrive at the Pyrian town, which is also named Tantakalar, after the volcano. Pardon me.
So we've slept since then.
You have slept since then.
Alright, so I'll have to recast it. That's good. So that'll be. Does anybody have a willpower?
I do.
And then I get to throw outstanding success.
Oh, we only need 9 more subscribers to reach 300.
Nice.
We
That's
had
because
one
people just added us. So
literally. I mean, we're not even live. We're recording, and someone literally right now just subscribed to us.
Joe.
Was it Joe? Okay. No, it wasn't you.
I have like Google accounts and I
Yeah.
could.
Nah. Let's get them honestly. All right. So as you guys peek out, like through the boards of the wagon and everything, the settlement around the volcano is circular, and as you head up the volcano side, the homes become increasingly impressive. However, sluices of molten lava run down the streets through carefully crafted canals, where you see beleaguered slaves constantly scraping it into walls that encircle the lower reaches. Numerous newer buildings spread out from the bottom of the volcano as well, and some are also crafted with molten rock pushed or sluiced at clearly great peril by a never-ending population of slaves. Now, as you roll into town, you guys notice that none of the caravan carts that have been coming in along with you are heading up the volcano. They're having to stop here in the lower reaches of town. So you guys are going to have to figure out a way to make a break.
What is going on, Pyrian?
And normal citizens, you see lots of soldiers around. Sneaking is probably going to be your best way at this point.
Are these soldiers wearing enough armor that no one would recognize them? Or
Skin color doesn't match. So, to give you an idea of how pale these people are,
Think of the valiant from the Iron.
think of the Irish.
like you?
I'm not very pale.
Yeah, so
No, these people are like almost alabaster skin.
Like you can see the veins on their face. They're so pale you can see the blue of the veins on their face. Like that.
The only reason the leopard warriors seem tan is because they have a darker hue of skin. But these people clearly have never spent time in a warm sun. Yeah, that's actually very, very accurate. So just disguising yourself, you would have to completely cover your skin. But nobody in town seems to be doing that.
Now,
They wear very sparse clothing. even the soldiers, they're dressed like Roman soldiers, very similar to it. So their legs are bare, their arms are bare. The only headgear you see in sight are the helmets that the soldiers.
Well,
Now,
sorry, I can
we-
do 10-minute increments for each person. But if I get a good success, it moves it down to concentration. And I can't concentrate on more than one thing at once.
I just wondered if you make like an illusion of a group.
I can only do single people. It's disguise instead of illusion.
Okay.
What were you going to say, Buck?
These lizards that have been pulling these carts, we've just been over a day with a pair of them. Do they seem like they're completely docile, or like
No.
the harnesses are keeping them from running a rampage?
The harnesses are definitely keeping them from running rampant.
So I found our distraction.
Yeah, say let's cut them loose.
All right, so you're going to cut them loose and then sneak away?
Yes.
All right.
Is it possible that the cart, is there a door something? The cart going back to like it broke?
You're not up high enough to get it rolling. All right, so one of you cuts the Armet Crom free. They start to run wild, and everybody needs to make a stealth check as you guys try and use the distraction to get away.
That's base, right?
That is dex-based, yes.
What's up?
Base of 10.
Nick, what's idea do again?
Get a clear insight indicating the next course of action your hero should take, or play to make an improved action from a deck and
14.
What are we rolling?
Stealth.
Next.
11.
Will you just take a picture of it for me? You were coming in really soft.
Yep.
I might. Let me see if I've got the Destiny deck. I don't know if Paul did that or no. No Destiny deck.
Yeah, and Torg doesn't post any of it online either.
I've got PDFs of it all, so I just need to find the time to sit down and convert them all into cards inside the toolkit.
Okay.
There's a key phrase there.
You know what? Before I make my stealth check, I'll go ahead and spend the idea card. Is this the best course of action?
Yeah, but eventually you're going to need information, so you may want to find a group of slaves as well to mix into to get information from, because you guys would fit in with a group of slaves if you can find a large enough.
All right.
And
So
from what Spencer told you, you know where at least one large group of slaves is. Building a machine at the top of the volcano.
right. So that's the idea I spread to the party, and then I will roll my stealth. Okay. 17 on my stealth.
All right. What did Scarlet get?
12.
12? Okay.
I already told you that.
11.
11. All right. So you guys successfully use the distraction caused by the Armet Crom to sneak off. And as you guys are making your way up, I'm going to need another stealth check as you're avoiding trouble.
I got a 13.
Yeah, I heard you. I'm yawning. Oh.
I got a 13.
14 for Buck.
18.
Also 18.
So 11.
All right. And you guys make it up about halfway up the side of the volcano, ducking from building to building, hiding not only from the soldiers, but also from the common Pyrians.
Now, are these three skinny groups of slaves or soldiers overlooking a group of slaves?
the largest group of slaves you've seen on your way up is 10.
Okay, and like who's like controlling him or overguarding him?
Definitely the soldiers.
Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna kind of pick one out and kind of keep an idea of it as we're going up further. Try like near the beginning when we were doing our climb, so that way
Okay.
control routes and all that crap.
All right. And you guys need to make one more stealth check. This time with a -2 to your final value as you get closer to the top. So you need a 12 or better.
Okay, I'm not making it. I can always spend
I'm
a
going to throw my
possibility.
close call card and avoid the trouble we would run into.
All right. The close call card
Good.
gets you guys.
Now I rolled a second time.
I rolled a 2.
I was thinking either.
I had a 20.
I just was like, I'll spend a possibility, but
Yeah, I only have one left because I can spend one on the last one.
good choice, Ben.
You guys make it up close to the temple, and you're at the rim of the volcano. Up here, it's very busy and chaotic, making it really easy for you guys to mix into a large group of slaves. The slaves range, huh?
Is it easy?
Mhm.
Super easy.
The
was
slaves
yawning.
range from, you see some leopard warriors, you see some Darooni, you see some very dark-skinned humans,
Are we gonna
which
stick out?
no, which Spencer indicates are the Ohibi. You also see some people that are about a meter tall, and Spencer indicates that they are the Kifi Haru, and that's as tall as they get.
Are there any signs of Spencer?
You gonna ask around?
No?
The question that you're going to have.
If you talk to leopard warriors, you all know.
That'd be the time to cast that shit up.
We probably know exactly who he is.
So Spencer starts quietly asking if anybody has seen his kids. He gives quick descriptions,
I'm keeping an eye on it.
and you see a small, older Kifi, kind of, yep, that's the little people, kind of welcome, says, yes, yes, I have seen slaves such as you describe. White skin, one with golden hair and one with brown. They've been assigned to the carvers. They work at the temple itself, carving the image of the evil god, Darak, into columns. The fire priests are saying that when the columns are repaired, Darak will sleep for 1,000 years and bring peace to the Pyrian.
Oh, yay.
I know not of such things, for my people live out on the savannah, far from this heat and ash. I will not see them again, I suspect.
Is Guru is saying all this in English?
Yes,
Around here speaking.
a large number have learned it since most of our people have passed through here. My understanding is that an Egyptian contingent, servants of the new pharaoh over there, have been down here as well. From where you're at, the temple is about another 100 meters or so up the slope. Through a crowd of mingling workers, overseers, merchants who are bringing up supplies and food. You see serpentors, and you finally get a good look at these guys. And they do. They look like snakes with legs. 2 legs, long tails that kind of drag behind them.
Arms.
They do have arms, and some of them don't have legs. Seems to be kind of a mix between the two. But
We are
all of
just
them do have
standing around.
arms.
I'm just thinking
No,
we're
you're
like-
kind of mixing in and out through the crowd.
bustling.
We have to look like we're working, though.
Grab some supplies and start following them up the hill.
Just kind of walk right into the temple.
Blend in. When slaves are carrying stuff, so I'm gonna,
Is that where they're carrying
I'm
something?
gonna grab something and put it on my shoulder and just kind of blend in with the crowd.
Carry some bricks for the
Okay.
I'm gonna carry a toothbrush.
You can always have a towel.
And
Dust out the art, like maybe a paintbrush.
something that looks vaguely similar to a paintbrush. So is everybody going along with this? Grab something and
There you go.
Look like you belong. The best way to sneak in.
all right. Everybody make a trick check. Because you're mixing in with the crowd of slaves and doing something that seems appropriate, target number is 8.
I got it.
Does anybody have a second
No, but I can do this.
transfer? No, it won't help on the one.
Yeah, it won't help on
It's been a possibility on the one, right? No? Yeah, I do need a second.
Hold on.
Yeah, I got me.
Pick up any destiny card. Just card it. So
there's
there
one
is a
this
second
card.
chance.
Alright. Cool. You're gonna trade that to me. So, here, yeah. And then I will second chance.
Alright, I tried to
I got a 14.
Oh, that's better.
What did Buck get?
Buck got a 13.
It picks up like
I don't think that's gonna cut me close enough. We need 8, right?
You need 8.
I'm at 4. That would put me.
I have adrenaline. I can trade you.
Adrenaline won't help with the trick.
Needs a willpower.
Alright, we'll spend the last possibility.
I'll transfer you. Possibly. You need it.
I need it later.
Use yours. I've gotten so nice lately.
You have. Who are you?
I think the baby's sucking out all my feet.
That does not bode well for our future.
I already decided it's a rogue.
Alright, 16.
All right.
You succeeded. Super. After you started marching the wrong direction with the money box. You put it down, you're like, oh, wait, no.
All right. So as you guys make your way up to the top and start heading on a bridge over to the temple itself, the temple is a disc that is suspended above the top of the volcano by 8 massive iron chains. 4 metal bridges are interspersed between the chains, each guarded by a pair of warriors. Through the haze of the smoke, you see 5 obsidian columns surrounding a hole in the at the center of the disc. The columns are obviously new and rough-hewn. Numerous slaves chisel or polish images onto the columns, though it's difficult to see through the smoke and heat. You clearly spy 2 humans among the Keefe, the leopard folk, and the Darooni. One is a young girl with golden hair and 2 braided pigtails and a shirt checkered like a picnic tablecloth. The other is a young brown-haired male in stained blue and long-sleeved shirt. Spencer's eyes brighten when he sees the children, and he quickly wipes away tears and says, "That's them." So let me show you the map.
Now, I'm kind of trying to stand in front of Spencer. The kids don't actually look up and see him and like scream his name out or something.
All right.
Tell Spencer, stay behind us so they can't see you, so they don't give us away. That would be. I mean, I'd love to know what metal this is. They're not cooking on top of that right now.
It's brass. But Nobody seems to be bothered by it. It is very, very hot. And it's very smoky. You realize that this is probably going to complicate. And the guards just kind of look at you as you guys are passing by. They don't seem to take notice. They just see a group of slaves making their way on with supplies.
How many guards do we have up here?
So 8.
One at the end of each bridge, so a total of 12 on the bridges. There's quite a few more spaced out around the edges, and a bunch of what appear to be priestesses. Now you guys got to decide what to do.
And has Spencer told us where this place is where we get away?
Hmm?
And has Spencer told us anything about this place where we get away?
He's not sure yet. He's looking, and it looks like he's trying to figure out how it's going to work. I'm not going to lie. I am like super proud of this map.
It looks very nice.
It's okay.
Got the smoke drifting, tilt columns of smoke, the lava down below. And that actually is... Oh, wait, hold on. Let me grab one of you and throw you down low. Why did the lighting not come back? Oh. So yeah, it's down a level.
You fancy bastard. All right, so we've got obsidian pillars, pile of slaves, guards all around. Some sort of prophecy about the pillars and the evil dude sleeping for 1,000 years.
Yep, as you're looking around, you see what appears to be about a dozen priests, one of which is clearly in charge. It's a woman. There's a dozen or so blacksmiths working on repairing the disc and the chains and the bridges. 24 slaves, which includes the 2 kids, and about a dozen soldiers scattered about the disc, plus the ones on the bridge.
Well, we got to get these kids out of here, right?
Yep,
Doesn't outnumber their guard.
right.
And we were here also looking for these power crystals, right?
Yep,
Where are those supposed to be?
the priests hold them.
So, we got to go take out the priests to get what we need anyway.
All right. So you guys make your way up to the kids. And as you guys get up close to them, there is a priest right there. And wait, where did I put the kids?
It's up and down to the side.
Yep. All right, so I am going to mark this one is Wes, and
That's what you get to, Nick.
I can't remember the daughter's name.
Diane, Cheryl,
No.
Carly.
No.
Nicole?
No.
Sarah.
Hold on. Kathy.
I was close.
Which was her S name?
There's Kathy. And let me zoom in on where you guys are. All right. As you guys get close, and Spencer calls out to his children quietly, well, as quiet as he can in a very noisy environment. As you guys are looking, suddenly from the center of the disc, where it's got that big opening, 4 spouts of gushing lava shoot up into the air and land in tall heaps. Moments later, they take shape as you watch into
Where's it coming up from?
it launches out of the center. Let me get these guys lit up here. 4 humanoid lava creatures with snarling faces matching those carved on the black columns. Yep.
You just start throwing in
This one over here immediately starts smashing into that pillar. This one is doing the same to that one, and the other 2 look like they're about to lay into people around them. Scene is dramatic. And we go into the first round. All right, that is card number 30.
So this sounds like a job for Buckmaster.
This does indeed sound like a job for Buckmasters.
What am I about to do?
build things.
Save everyone.
Or kill us. Do we really have a flurry again?
No.
Oh,
No,
dramatic.
scene is dramatic.
Sorry, I forgot that there were 2.
All right. Any KO'd characters, including defeated ones, regain consciousness and recover 2 shocks, so that's not really going to do anything. Heroes go first, villains go second. Approved actions are trick and only trick. So, as these things rise up, one of them definitely eyes you guys, that one there. This one looks like it's going after someone else, and the other 2 look like they're about to
Are they trying to destroy the pillars?
Now,
they're trying to destroy the pillars.
are the priests gearing up to fight these things too?
Oh, yeah. All the priests look shocked, and then they look like they're going for weapons.
And the slaves aren't looking to fight these things, are they?
What's that?
The slaves aren't looking to try to fight these
The
things, right?
slaves look terrified.
Okay, so I'm going to say try to keep cover. And I'm going to look at this lava monster and then point back to the priest and say, oh no, he's the one you want. Trick. And I don't know if that's going to do it, so I'll spend a possibility. Because I want big numbers. That's a 10. All right, that is an 18 on that trick.
That is a good success. Do you want it stymied or vulnerable?
Stymied if it's still looking like it's coming after us.
I'm assuming you're putting flurry into your pool.
I am indeed. And what did I draw?
A willpower.
I'm okay with that.
All right, let me add their stats into my tracker. These things look big and mean.
How big are they?
Like at the top size for a human.
It's like Andre the Giant.
Really close to that, yeah. All right,
Sure, I'll have to
so
look at
let me
I
number
actually
these
do.
guys.
Thanks for
So this guy's going to be 1.
I don't like that movie.
This guy's
I
going
don't
to be
like
2.
your face.
This guy is 4. This one is 3.
It's a stupid movie. Oh my goodness.
And we're going to lose a lot of subscribers now.
Inconceivable.
And that's all people do is quote it.
Because it's fantastic, you monster.
All right, so you said stymied?
Yes.
All
Because
right,
if it's going to come try to hit me, I'm going to want it to not hit as hard.
who's going next?
Where am I at?
You are right.
Right in the middle of our triangle.
Yep. Right there.
Which one is Buck? Buck is 1 or 2?
Number 1.
The one that's eyeballing us, I don't care if it goes after, as long as it's not going after Kathy.
Who's that besides? Yeah. Well, yeah, one's not near Kathy though.
One's near there, yeah.
No, number 1 is up at the top, and number 2 is the one near Kathy.
Yep.
So who's that beside Kathy on the lower part of the pillar?
That is one of the slaves.
And who's the guy on the
One Smith's.
who's on the Smiths?
Yep, and I'm at the peak of the triangle.
I'm
I'm gonna go. I'll just.
Okay, what are you doing?
I'm going to.
Next one. Awareness.
I think that one. Yes, awareness it. Everybody.
All right, go ahead and make your awareness.
14.
14.
Everyone gets a +1 to your defense.
All your defenses.
And that's all allies. So I'm assuming that
Includes.
Um,
the slaves are part of my allies.
I would say in this instance, yes.
I would say that William and Kathy.
William and Kath, or Wes and Kathy, definitely.
William and Kate.
Yeah, +8.
All right, who's going next?
I'm gonna try and trick one going towards Kathy. Because, you know, she's not who you want. You want the other guys in charge.
All right, make the trick check.
My number?
Target number is 9. Ooh.
Yeah, it was just under, unfortunately. I add the 2 together, yes? Or,
Yep, and if that die is facing is less than 10, it counts as 10.
no, it's not. 16.
16. All right, stymied or vulnerable?
Then it makes it harder for them to do stuff, while it makes it easier to do stuff to them.
Stymied, so I'm trying to hit them. I'm going to play Answered Prayers too, since we're in combat.
What's that do?
I can discard. Actually, I still have an action available, yes or no?
No,
Well,
that was
you
your
know how
action.
that-
That's actually okay. That's right. That was the next time you play. Never mind. Do it next time.
Did you draw a card to pass the trick up last week?
Yeah, he did. He got willpower.
All right, who's next? We got the 2
I guess-
casters left.
How are the, I guess, priests carrying their stones for power crystals?
They're hanging on necklaces.
So it would be pretty hard to steal.
Straight for the monster to kill.
Okay.
You're looking for faces, Jen. Remember, we gotta be acting like slaves. We're not gonna be attacking these guys so they don't know something different.
I think they know we're something different to us.
I'll just go help and bump one of the lava monsters with my brick on the way to hide behind a priest. Try and get it to, or trick it into coming.
To following you.
Yeah.
This one is you, I believe. Which way are you going?
I guess clockwise around the disc.
Okay. Which are you running close to number one, or
Yeah, close to number one, so I can bump him with the brick.
so you're doing a melee attack and a trick?
I suppose so.
Okay. Go ahead and make that melee attack, or go ahead and make that die roll.
Yeah. Guys do not like me because they are assholes.
Maybe it's because you call them names like that.
No, I think it's just because they're assholes.
You go on your character sheet.
Alright. Well, together that's an 18, so 5 on to melee attack. So 15.
You got your -2 on there too for multi-action.
Oh no, so 13.
13 against its unarmed combat of 10, so that's going to be a hit.
Alright.
And what's your trick?
So that's total of the die. So the trick brings it up to a 16.
Okay. So it's. Do you want to add vulnerable to it because it's already very stymied?
Sure.
Can't be super very stymied.
Nope. All right. So that one is because that was a good result. That's very vulnerable. And then you continue on. What's your speed?
Let's see here. Is 8.
6, 7, 8. All right. That leaves Nick's character,
Yep, Wesley.
Wesley. I could not remember that.
All right. So we got
Just doing something different.
the one over there, number 2. Happy.
These are the tricked ones.
Yep.
Alright, it's all Z card.
Lazy card too.
So what we're actually going to do
Probably because Nick shuffled.
I shuffled them.
and shuffle them. So
That's why.
what I want to do is kind of go out, grab Kathy, put her where Ben's character just ran from,
Mhm.
and pass.
Okay.
So that'd be like what, 3 actions total?
Yep.
So -4.
Go ahead and make a melee or unarmed. Sorry.
Uh, 11,
You got her.
and then reposition her over to there, and kind of go back to where I was, and then give her my shell shield.
Okay. She almost drops it because it's much larger than for her than what it would be for you.
Yeah, I just tell her to hide under it.
All right. Go ahead and pull yourself an extra possibility for a selfless act. And that's all of you guys. Now it's the villain's turn. We'll start with these 3 guards. We'll rush over. And they start striking at the monster.
Do you think I could carve pieces?
Now all of our allies are grouped together nicely. The enemies are all grouped together nicely now.
They don't seem to do much to that one. The guys up here are running, so they'll get down. But they aren't going to do much beyond running up.
I say we freeze it.
These guys on this bridge come running up. And they're going to attack this one. And let's see how they do. They do even worse than the other group. They're striking them, but it just seems like their blades are not getting any purchase. These three, I'm rushing up. And which one are they going after? They're going to go after this one's closer. And they take their swings, and one of them, his sword just melts away. The Smiths all make a run for it.
How many necklaces do we need? Will one do it, or
He told you 6.
You said 6 crystals. I mean, was there multiple crystals on
No,
it?
there's
One crystal per necklace. All right, and then those are staves out at the edges. Smith. No, that's not Smith. Smith. All right, so all the Smiths take off running. Come on. And you notice that the priests let them go. The slaves start running away from the monsters, running towards the edges.
And the priests are all the red cloaked ones.
Yep. These guys are out this way, and they avoid the priests. The priests seem to be standing their grounds where they're at. It definitely looks like the priests are not gathering up. All right.
That could be fun with that.
These guys are all going to try and cast the same miracle. Against their faith, and they all succeed. The holy symbols that they hold forth all light up, and they're all pointing them towards the nope. They're all pointing them towards the lava things, the lava creatures. Then you guys see this guy up here. He starts shouting orders to the soldiers, and he rushes down to this one. This guy ran for an edge.
We get a lot more turns.
Yep.
He's got like 35 people he's got control right now.
Yep. All right. And he rushes up, swinging a what appears to be a dagger. Nope, sorry. He's swinging a longsword, a bronze longsword. And he strikes the creature, but does not seem to do much damage to it. Then this lady that's left up here, this one here, she starts chanting a prayer, and her body is just covered in flames suddenly. And then Wes runs over to get close to you guys,
What did you do?
and Spencer runs over this way to be with his children. All right. That takes us to round 2. Card number 4. Ooh. All characters become stymied. Heroes are fatigued, so everybody take 2 plus 1 if you have a shield.
Oh, guess who doesn't have a shield anymore?
You don't have a shield anymore. Maneuver and trick are the approved actions. And what are you guys going to do?
Can I see the bridge to the south?
Is it
Yes.
shock rounds or what?
Yeah, shock. 2 shock.
2 shot.
Or 3 shock if you got a shield.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Sorry?
I would like to see the bridge.
Oh,
So just do
the 2 priests.
We need to take out 6 of them
one.
because we need a necklaces to power the device that gets us home.
Well, let's.
Okay, I'm gonna concentrate. And I'm gonna try to pyrokinesis, 1 guard and 1 priest.
Which guard and which priest?
Um,
You are right here.
yeah. I'll do the one with the red plumage.
Okay.
Is that a guard?
The captain.
Yep. He appears to be their leader.
And the
The priest has shield.
yeah, that one right next to him.
Okay.
That's -4, right?
Plus concentration.
Concentration.
What do you constant? Oh, for the yeah,
For the-
minus 4.
Yep, that's what I wrote. A -4.
Ooh, you gonna leave that stand?
I'm looking. What's my target number?
For the captain, it is 14. For the priest, it is 9.
Let's see about this. I'm at 9 right now.
Oh, she's spinning a possibility.
16.
16 is enough to hit both of them.
Oh, hold on.
You get
12.
12? Okay. 12 is still enough to hit both of them with a basic success. What's the damage?
14.
14. So that priest. And he will, and the big guy. Okay.
Did I hurt him?
I am still figuring that out. He takes a little bit of shock damage. All right, who's next?
Now, if I were to. So the other slaves ran to the edge,
Yep,
just trying to clear out the way, it looks like, or is
trying to
there a
get out of the
purpose to
way.
it? Okay.
As if like this sort of thing happens often.
No, as if they're terrified.
Ah, okay.
And they don't want to try and go past the priests.
So, what would my role be to rush over to the priest on that bridge to my right, stumble into them as if I were trying to like cower as a slave, but instead kind of like trip them off of the edge while snagging their necklace?
I'm going to have to say that's going to be a multi-action maneuver check.
Multi-action maneuver check.
You're going to need an outstanding success to pull it off.
Oh, that sounds like Buckmasters to me.
The target number for maneuver for these guys is 8.
Oh, that's not terrible.
I was thinking about doing the same thing to the other golf.
So
All
Buck
right, so I need an 18
rushes
total.
over to here.
So the 18 I rolled on the die is not enough to get me there. So spending a possibility. I'm down to 1.
Yep.
That's a 10 on the die. That's a 10 on the die. Not a glory.
Okay, we don't have one in play anyways.
I do actually.
Oh, you have one in play? Oh, we do have one in play.
Well, I was 3 off, so if somebody has an adrenaline to trade for the flirt, are you?
No, the die roll has to be 60.
Oh, the die roll, that's right.
So you need a...
I would need a hero or a drama.
Yeah.
I don't think those are out on the table, are they?
No.
Yep, they have to be on the table.
Well, then I stop at 57, so plus 14 gives me a 22.
22. You launch him off the side. He's screaming as he goes down, and you have a single spark.
And so we're putting the willpower in.
Yeah, let's throw the willpower in and tell me what to draw. Actually, no, put second wind in, because I have shock damage already.
All right. You drew a maelstrom.
Will you picture that one for me?
Yeah, that's the crazy one.
All right, who's going to go next?
He took out the guy. How far is it to move the trailer on the other guy on the other side of the bridge from me?
From where you're at, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
My movement is 11.
Trying the same thing?
You try the exact same thing.
All right.
Buckmasters did.
So that's a maneuver check with a -4 because it's a multi-action here. Because you are shoving and grabbing. No, -2. Sorry.
What's my target number?
But
6 to
18,
18.
because you need an outstanding success. Oh, there goes another possibility.
Uh, 11 is 18. The action adds, does the action add to the actual number of the die roll?
That's to the number at the end.
So,
And it only works, I think it only works on dex and strength. Right?
Which,
That's
add
adrenaline.
plus
Oh, adrenaline,
the
okay.
total of your test action may be
yeah,
paid after
actually,
the
actions for both of them.
Okay.
So, 22, that gives me an 8, plus 11 is 19, minus 2 is 17, plus 3 to make it 20.
All right. You copy Buck.
Same idea as Buck, he just got it off.
Buck made it look better.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Buck always makes it look better. Come on, let's be honest, guys.
You swear you heard him shout, "This is Sparta," as he grabbed the necklace and kicked the guy right in the chest.
Oh, stealthy like. I stealth Spartan.
All right. I believe our 2 casters have yet to go.
Yeah. Yeah. Except for, I really don't want to draw that much attention to myself at the current moment. So I'm going to have I cannot remember his name for the life of me right now. The professor's name.
Spencer?
Spencer. I wanted to say Sean for some reason. But looking over, seeing that my comrades took out the two priests on the bridge,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to usher Spencer and the kids and have them follow me and lead them onto the bridge.
Okay. So they follow you over, and you're moving at the rate of the slowest of them, which
Yeah.
is.
Which will be her because she's carrying the shield.
Yep.
Perfectly fine. But I'm still going to have myself be positioned between them and the fire. Yeah, there you go.
And one more necklace.
All right. That takes us to Ben. What is Jean going to do?
What are the, I guess, the cords on these necklaces made of?
Brass.
And how well can a cyberpathacy power dagger cut through brass?
And you can try.
I'll take that as a no.
And it's always possible.
Considering their weapons are forged from brass, it's pretty tough, though.
Yeah, I don't feel like using my melee weapon for any of these rolls.
I'm not trying not to make sure they know I don't have a weapon, so they think I'm just a slave. I mean, so far everything we've done would be attributed to the way a slave would act. Like, scared. No, it's them. So running scared, knocking into people like we're clumsy and trying to get away. Yeah.
Here. Can you move the camera up that way?
Sure can. Oh, that's a smith. They were able to get off. Did I miss any other smiths?
Do you ever read Babylon B?
Yes.
Large turnout memorial for Hans Gruber, who was thrown from the building by a police officer. Oh, yeah.
All right. What do you want to do?
Okay. I guess if I get between those two pillars there, I'm pretty well out of sight of anyone who's probably going to be paying attention with the smoke, I guess.
Good. Oh, there you go. Like these pillars here.
Yeah.
For the most part, you would be out of the way. Where exactly do you want to move to?
I guess I'll go one square towards the center from that pillar.
Like here?
Yeah. Sure.
Or here?
Yeah, there's good.
Okay. Now you know that she can see you.
Ah, damn. Well, I guess one further back where I was. Nope, I'm still going to be in line of sight.
Here, let me kill everybody else's vision. All right, that's your vision.
Yeah, this just isn't going to work.
Yeah, there's no real place to hide.
Well, I'll try and I guess I'll try and do this as yeah, I guess I'll try and pull one of these double maneuvers you guys are attempting.
So do that instead.
Yeah, so I guess I'll be running past this guy using at the edge of the bridge.
Yep. And this
I
one is
guess,
facing this way.
And
Yes,
try
yes,
to
yes.
do like the tricky Kansas shuffle handoff of the bricks I'm carrying to make him vulnerable so that I can more easily steal his necklace.
Okay. What's your speed?
It is 8.
8. You would have to run to get there.
Okay, give me a minus, an additional -2 on top of everything.
Yeah.
Running is a -4, I thought. Nope, -2.
Yeah, so they run in -4 dead lanes, right?
Well, I guess I'll just be screaming and acting like a slave to trick him into ignoring.
Okay.
Let's see here. Sun has a -2, so my trick is 11 in total. Will that be good enough?
Your trick of 11 versus their trick of 10 is good enough to make him just vulnerable.
Alright.
And we will apply that to him. And now it's the villain's turn. And that's where we'll pick up next time.
Dun dun dun. Roll.
Boo.
Let me make a note here. Oops.
Okay, should we keep our cards or discards?
Yeah, I'll get paper clips and we'll paper clip them.
I've got my cards written down on my spreadsheet.
And everybody, thanks for watching. We will finish this battle in 2 weeks. Hope to see everybody then. Have a great night.
2 weeks.